Good day, Merry Meet. My name is Glennis. I'm the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. Thank you for joining me. If you are new here and you've just found my channel, well, I hope you hit the subscribe button and join us. And if you're returning, well, welcome. Thank you so much for returning. It's so nice to have you back. I'm going to just share a little bit of a witchy haul, a little bit not, and maybe asking you guys a few questions. But so I want to kind of get right into it, and I did just a very small bit of shopping, just a very small bit, and of course my t-shirt being one of them. Of course Brittany had this on, and I saw where she had it on. Of course I had bought it the day before, and I have not debuted it, but anyway, so here you go. But so just having a little bit of fun, just a little bit of fun. And as far as my witchy shopping has slowed down to a dull roar. But I found this morning, and for like the $2 that it was, I couldn't resist. And I'll just put it right here. I'm hoping you guys can see it. I'm hoping the glare is not quite too bad for you. But it says, "You say witch like it's a bad thing." But we all know I'm a good witch, right? Of course I am. And then I found a few pumpkins. You guys may have already seen these in the dollar stores, but they're velvet. And I kind of figured, since they're not plastic, I've got an off-white one and a green one and kind of a taupe brown one, so to speak. I couldn't resist these, given that they're pumpkins and a little bit of texture with the velvet in it. And of course I grabbed a skull. Of course I did. And I found a very huge, I guess you guys can see it, is a very huge candle with a stand. I did buy the stand separately, but for a four wick. And again, this is a Goodwill buy, so I didn't spend very much for it. And also at Goodwill, I found this mirror. Although I think I'm probably going to paint it. If it was actually this color blue, then it would have been okay. But this color blue, yeah, I don't think so. But with all of the goings on up at the Hollow, I thought, a few new nicer things would be okay. But yeah, I think I'm gonna spray paint this, cover this up and spray paint this. And I kind of decided last night, with as challenged as I'm going to be refinishing the Hollow walls and ceilings and floors and all of that, I've just decided that I'm going to, every piece of artwork that I have, absolutely everything is going to get hung. So the reality is you're not going to be seeing an awful lot of wall space, which, yeah, kind of might be a good thing, but it's going to be different. Let's just say it's going to be different. And I found this at Goodwill too. It's a burlap background with just a few lace doilies, and for like the $3 that I spent for it, I couldn't have framed it and done this any better. But this probably will go in the guest bathroom. I'm thinking probably so. I think so. Probably so. And one other thing that I did, I actually ordered it, and you may not be able to see it too well here, is, of course, you guys already know I do barnwood signs, right? Well, this is just a blank piece of barnwood that I've already put together and glued and everything, and I left a little bit of a live edge here. But there's this really lovely lady on eBay that I've actually ordered from probably over the last year or so, and I said, well, do you think you could do this? And again, I don't really think that you guys can see it, but it's, and I really should have, maybe I can put it back here. No, you can't even see it on this other piece of art. But it's a Hackett's wheel. And so tomorrow, probably what I'm going to be doing in my spare time is I'm going to be painting this on this barnwood sign, on this barnwood, and make a sign, and I'm actually going to keep it for myself for my November 16th tribute to Hecate. And more than likely, November 16th, I will also be volunteering my time to a local animal shelter. And as you guys probably already know, I already contribute after the hurricanes and floods and things like that. Sometimes people tend to forget that there are a lot of pets and displaced in situations like this. So the first thing that I do, the first thing that I think of is I go to my local pet store, and sometimes, now not all the time, but sometimes they will have a section where you can buy a big 40-pound, 20-pound bag of dog food, cat food, or whatever, and it will go and contribute it, and it will go straight to relief efforts. And I always do that, even if I'm like as in Katrina, which I was in the middle of. Even if I'm in the middle of a hurricane and the aftermath, the first thing that I do is I start thinking of how they are displaced, how the additional burden goes on the humane societies, that they have to feed all of these extra animals that have been picked up or rescued or whatever. And so that's just one of the things that I do, is I just, you know, for me it's a natural thing. I mean, someone has to think of them. And of course, during Katrina, I go to the pet store and I stock up for my own pets. And then I think, oh my gosh, you know, what about all those other pets that, of course, Katrina was a long time ago, and I think during that time, they weren't allowing you to bring pets into the shelters, which was a horrible thing. And I think things have changed somewhat now. But anyway, that's just where my thought process goes. But anyway, November 16th, I contribute, I volunteer, I do everything possible that I can for animal welfare. And anyway, this, boy, did I get off there. But anyway, this is going to go November on my Hecate altar, or Hecate, however you want to pronounce it. And so it really means a lot to me, because I'll be able to paint this, put all of my intentions in this, and it just will mean so much to me. But I also was able to pick up a little bit more artwork at Goodwill, and for some reason, you know, as odd as it is, this was there, it's here now, but was there, and it's signed. It's had a little bit of roughage along the edges, but I hope you guys can see it's a crow with a key in its mouth. I think you guys can see that. And I'm looking at the price tag. I still have not taken the price tag off. It was $2.99. And of course, you know, I'm a senior citizen, so I get a little bit off of that. But it's canvas, and it's going to go straight away. It's got a little bit of blue in here, but it's going to go straight away into my witchy room. It's just, I mean, I love it. It couldn't have been more perfect. And I want to thank again to someone who's been very, very generous to me, and who's made everything possible go along at the Hollow. I went shopping at Home Depot again. Oh my gosh, you know. But I was able to, I found, as crazy as it is, a light fixture, and it's in the bronze, which is what I'm going to be doing at the Hollow. But it's a bronze light fixture, and I think I'm going to be able to use this in a hallway. And I'm hoping that I can get this over here. It's really super heavy. Let's see if I can get it picked up. But it is a home decorators collection 52-inch indoor-outdoor ceiling fan. It's called North Lake. And again, it's in the bronze. Oops. I'm going to have to be a little bit careful, but it's in the bronze. Woohoo! Yay! So I'm so happy about this. I wanted to thank you again for your kind generosity and making all of this possible for me. And I did go and buy a kitchen sink as well. As crazy as this sounds, I did buy a kitchen sink because I went shopping, and you know, you see the white, you see the black, and you see the stainless and things like this. And this was a stone, a gray stone, finished out, and with the countertop that I have picked out, it is going to be incredibly awesome. Just awesome. And it's actually sitting in the back. I've got it sitting waiting. But again, I want to thank you again for making this possible for me. And I hope you enjoyed. Again, it's just a very quick witchy haul. I hope everyone had an awesome, great Mabon. My weekend was quiet, but it was pretty much what I expected, and I'm going to be celebrating really for the rest of the week. And I also wanted to ask you guys, with a Mabon at the end of this week, as far as I'm concerned, at the end of this week, kind of over. Now, I know I owe you guys a bit of a ghost story as far as my dad is concerned, and of course, I still have that planned. But I just want to know, what do you guys want to know or find out from me? Are there any particular spells that you want to find out from me? Or do you have any very specific questions? You know, feel free, you know, comment below and just let me know what you want to know, or what spells that you would like to see me do. Or if there's a very specific question, you know, then please feel free to ask. But I hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend this past weekend. I hope everyone has an awesome, great week coming up. And with that, I will say, merry part, but I so hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.